Invincible is home to some of the strongest characters we have ever seen across any verses, but one character in particular, his strength is utterly ridiculous, the terrifying monster known as Battle Beast. Also, his real name is known as Thragg. He is quite extraordinary in his brutality and especially in how he demonstrates his power throughout the series. But just how strong is Battle Beast actually, especially considering from what we've seen in the show so far? Is he just the strongest person in the verse if he's able to casually destroy Viltrumites as easily as he's done? That is what we'll answer today, and in the conclusion of this video we will list where Battle Beast ranks amongst the characters in the Invincible universe. Just how strong is Battle Beast? Be sure to leave a like on the video and let's just get right into this. So, Battle Beast is terrifying. From his very first introduction, this guy steamrolled the main character whose name is... And to beat someone who is that strong, it really does go to show how strong he is, because Mark has a moment of rage where he solos all of the villains when he finally snaps, destroying all of them with ease, but even in this enraged state, he gets one shot decimated by Battle Beast. And what makes it even worse, when the Guardians of the Globe come in to help, they are able to fend very well against all of the other villains, but when it comes to Battle Beast, they all get one shot very easily. So without a doubt, Battle Beast is terrifyingly powerful. At the bare minimum, he is stronger than a low tier Viltrumite. And you may be thinking, what is a low tier Viltrumite? Well, the series is not so simple where, you know, if you're a Viltrumite, then you're X level of strength. There are actual levels of tiers within Viltrumites. For example, the beginning of series Mark is very weak. Even though he is born as a Viltrumite and has his powers, he doesn't know how to use them. Then of course, after he has the training in season 1, he gets stronger, but still, he is not anywhere close to the level of an elite or even a mid-tier level Viltrum. Now, what is an elite tier Viltrum? These are the top officers in Grand Regent Thragg's army, and these characters in particular are very strong. Mark, even after getting his training and at the end of season 2, got his ass absolutely handed to him by an elite tier Viltrumite soldier, and Mark had to go through extensive training, trained by the best equipment on the entire planet with all the funding possible, with the smartest minds working their, minds to train this guy to make him on that level of a high tier Viltrum. But even then, there's still gaps between the high tier Viltrum soldiers, who, keep in mind, were the people who wiped out the weaker tiers of the planet during the civil war that happened when they cleansed themselves of the weaker population, in their own words. There's a level above that, and that is where characters such as the great Nolan stands. Nolan is stronger than a high tier Viltrumite. He, as we've seen many times, has soloed Viltrumites themselves and has even threatened other Viltrums. But of course, there's characters even above that, such as Conquest, being the second strongest Viltrumite in the entire verse, bar of course many other future versions of Mark, with Conquest being so powerful that even the other Viltrumites feared him. And then of course we have Grand Regent Thragg, who is even above Conquest and even makes Conquest fear him as well. Now, before I actually get into the full spoilers of the comics, I will continue the show material, and when it does get to comic territory, I will let you know. And we do have supplemental data that gives us more information about Battle Beast. His height is 7'6". I mean, hey, if he ever decides to retire from fighting, he'd be a great NBA player. His weight is 775 pounds, probably is going to lose a few pounds. His eyes are blue, his fur is white, and it says that his strength level is superhuman, allowing him to lift, press at least 20 tons, which honestly is a very big lowball considering how much Mark and Omni-Man are able to do. So I really don't know why it says 20 tons when even if it said 200, he would still be able to do far more than that, considering he is stronger than the Mark that we see in season 3, who is lifting far more than that, especially when you consider the weight of the iceberg. He's a super trained warrior who has honed his abilities to the peak of perfection, being able to use every single known handle weapon to the absolute peak and unparalleled proficiency. He has mastered all known fighting systems and has his own unique hand-to-hand and armed combat style, with him having unlimited endurance, physical prowess, and high resistance to injuries. He's got super senses, making him see better in night, allowing him to actually see clearly in total darkness. And his hearing is hypersensitive, allowing him to hear changes in the acoustic pressure of -10 decibels. He can hear sounds at great distance, 4 to 5 times further than any other human, and his sense of smell is 14 times stronger than a human's. And his whiskers can aid in navigation and senses. His whiskers detect very small shifts in air currents, enabling him to know he is near obstructions without actually seeing them. And of course, his bite attack is very powerful. He's got very sharp fangs. With Battle Beast having his signature weapons that we always see him carry, he is no joke. He is an absolute beast, as the name implies, a battle beast. Of course, he does have his weakness where he is not as strong in space. He does not have the same capabilities as Viltrums or other people in the verse. That's why when he does fly in space, he needs a jetpack, and he also needs an oxygen tank and mask. Although we've seen it in the show where he does stay on the Viltrum and fight him in space, he is not able to sustain out there. He's able to survive out there, but he cannot fly through there, and he's also not immune to the effects of outer space, but it does not kill him. He does survive in outer space, though he's kind of just like Cars in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, where he's just flowing through space and he stops thinking. And lastly, we did see him absolutely obliterate an adult Viltrum soldier, and a very strong one at that, with ease, as this was shown in the show. Now we are going to get into the spoiler territory of the comics, so if you want to avoid future spoilers, I would recommend stop watching now. Battle Beast has a long and drawn out fight with General Thragg, and a lot of people say Thragg is stronger than Battle Beast, which it really just depends on your perspective of it and what you consider strength. For example, if you count in just a fight where there's no hold bars, then in this case Thragg would be stronger, because regardless of whatever planet Battle Beast resides on, Thragg could simply just destroy the planet or fly off and throw a meteor or moon at the planet and simply destroy it, or destroy it via another means and kill Battle Beast in that way. So if this is what you consider as strength, which is fair enough, that is a matter of perspective, then you would be right. Grand Regent Thragg would be stronger than Battle Beast. However, I don't believe that this is the case. Even though Thragg has beaten Battle Beast twice, I don't count the first fight, since that was in outer space. That is where Battle Beast is at his very weakness. He is at a huge disadvantage since he cannot move comfortably in space, and again, you just take out his oxygen mask and the guy is at a huge disadvantage. If you're actually fighting him fair and square, I believe Battle Beast is the very strongest in the entire verse. And yes, that includes Grand Regent Thragg. And why do I say this? Well, they did have their long drawn out fight where Battle Beast performs better than Thragg against the Ragnars, whereas Battle Beast wasn't injured against the Ragnars and Grand Regent Thragg was. However, what ends up happening is Battle Beast injures himself mortally to replicate the wound of Grand Regent Thragg, and even tossed aside his own weapon to fight him on a more than evens ground. I do believe if you let everyone have the weapons they want, fight as they want, if Battle Beast and General Thragg were to fight one-on-one, you can give Thragg any weapon he wants, anything he wants, and you give Battle Beast any weapon he wants, Battle Beast wins that fight every single time. Battle Beast was at a disadvantage when he fought Thragg without his weapon, because Battle Beast is a weapons user. As it's even mentioned, he has mastered every single weapon in the known universe. Grand Regent Thragg chooses not to use a weapon. That is his own choice. It's not like you can say, oh, it's a fair fight if they both don't have their weapons. That's unfair, because you're taking away what Battle Beast is best at and putting it in an environment where Grand Regent Thragg is doing what he's best at, which is using his fists. If you allow both users to use what they're best at, and that includes any sort of weaponry, Battle Beast would beat Grand Regent Thragg in a fight. It's a controversial take, but I truly do believe that is the case, considering how close it was when they fought hand to hand, and when we see the difference of Grand Regent Thragg and Battle Beast, how they performed against the Ragnars, you could argue that the Ragnars were choosing to attack Grand Regent Thragg and didn't really have Battle Beast as the target in mind. But just considering the fact that he is a weapons user, that is his proficiency, that's what he's best at, and it makes him far stronger, and he fought Grand Regent Thragg, who his specialty is hand-to-hand combat, not weaponry. He chose to fight him on his best terms, and he almost won that fight, as they both were knocked out at the end of the fight, and Grand Regent Thragg almost died at the end of the fight, as you can see right here. If you just give Battle Beast a weapon, forget it, give both of them a weapon, or just let them both have the choice of a weapon, let it actually be a free and fair fight, then Battle Beast wins. And I do believe in terms of actual combat and strength, Battle Beast is the top one dog in the verse. If you do believe that Grand Regent Thragg is stronger because he can survive in space and he can just blow up the planet, I mean, hey, fair enough, there's no arguing against that. If you want to think of it like that, then any Viltrumite soldier, like any elite soldier, any of the surviving like 37, 38 Viltrums, even Mark right now in the series, they can all beat Battle Beast in that case, because they can just destroy the planet while Battle Beast isn't on it. I get they cannot destroy it so easily, as we saw it even took 3 Viltrums and a massive laser blast to destroy planet Viltrum, so it's not like they could just pop through the planet like they're Saitama or Goku or something, but they still could destroy the the planet or fly off into space, and Battle Beast would have nothing to do, and if they were to fly off into space and Battle Beast would follow them, Battle Beast would be at a great disadvantage, and even someone like Nolan, I actually think, could beat Battle Beast in space. Although if we're actually just considering who is just simply the strongest, if you have them fight, then it's Battle Beast in my own opinion, given my own perspectives. But hey, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, it helps out a ton, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, like who are your top 5 strongest Invincible characters, and especially where do you rank Battle Beast? I'm very interested to read those. And also consider subscribing for more Invincible content like this. If the video does well, I will be making more Invincible content. But that's all from me. Have a great day and take care, guys. Thank you.